Welcome to the show.
We are, it's a Thursday. We're back to our regularly scheduled program.
Yeah, so we're hoping you are ready and prepared. I'm more prepared than I've been the last 6 weeks, honestly.
I'm heated right now, so...
Just remembering games we played 2 years ago where Chris just cheated.
I want everyone to remember this. Chris Floral?
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Chris Floral? Because in my head it's Chris Floral. That's what he's always been to me, so that's what I want to say. Chris Floral. This one's tall partner, the huge mammoth man that you see, cheated on a Star Wars board game that we played like 2 years ago, and I am clearly still upset about it.
So anyway, yeah, welcome to Talk Comics to Me. I'm Champ Champenstein.
And I am Heather.
And we're here to get our comics on.
Okay. So
you got it?
Are we
ready?
I'm going to go.
Okay.
I have Locust. Yeah, I was about to say The Locust.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, that's a band?
Yeah, that's what I was like. That'd be sick. I'd read that comic.
Hell yeah, I'd read that comic. Okay, this is Locust. This is issue number 2. This story is a very strange one. It's like a post-apocalyptic world where the people have turned into locusts. And the survivors are just, making their way downtown, just trying to survive, outrunning grasshoppers. And I had it going there for a minute, and then I was like, what would they be eating? Dog food?
Grass?
Grass. But the grasshoppers eat grass. What are
the humans eating?
They don't go into that in this book, clearly. Maybe I should read The Walking Dead. There's a lot of, stuff you don't need to know in there. But anyway, this issue, it's the second one. It just focuses on this one main character who is trying to find an old friend of his who is, of course, running a cult. Because what apocalypse does not have a Jesus-loving cult?
Why not a cult?
And with Locust, that actually makes a lot of sense. This one, I'll forgive him. I'll forgive him in this one. But it goes into the history of how they had met, and then where the main character was at the beginning of this whole event. He was with his mother, and she doesn't die. I just wanted to make that clear. I just led off as if she was like, no, she's dead now. She's not. She's still in the past, very much alive. I don't know about the present. She's not there, so.
All right, I have this graphic novel I bought. It's Parable of the Summer. Just a little graphic novel adaptation.
A little light reading
for me. I'm looking forward to it, though I've never read this book, so now I'm going to have to read the book, too. Suppose that's not the worst thing.
No, it looks really cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it, so I'll get to reading that and probably say something at some point.
For years, I kept thinking Octavia Butler was Octavia Spencer. And so every time, who is an actress, she plays in Ma. Okay.
Yeah. No, Chris asked me if it was the actress.
Yeah. Every time I see her name, I'm like,
no.
I can't believe that woman writes books. And then it hits me that they're not the same person.
So yeah, I guess if you thought that's...
I'm actually really glad to know that there's another person who did that, because I've been feeling terrible about it for years, but it's also one of those things where it's how many people do you know that are named Octavia? My cat's middle name is Octavia, but that's it.
Yeah,
it's just a weird thing. I just had to point that out because it's been weighing me down for a few years now.
All right.
Welcome to Heather's Corner.
I have the Swamp Thing. This is issue number 5 of 10. I haven't talked about this book for a couple months because, or at least a month, because all of our copies of it keep coming in damaged for some reason. This is one of the only books that ends up damaged or shorted or whatever, but
haven't been getting it on time.
But I did get a chance to read this, and it's still good, and it looks really great. And John Constantine is in this particular issue.
I have a weird soft spot for that man.
Yeah, I do love him myself.
I don't know when it happened. I have no idea. It just one day I saw a picture of him and I was like, I like that boy. So that's really cool.
Yeah, so it was good. It was a good issue. Just dealing with some shitty thoughts left over from like World War II. So it's cool. It's cool.
Pretty common,
Yeah.
from what I hear.
And so next we have Mom. This is issue number 1. This is Mom, Mother of Madness. This is Amelia Clark wrote this or co-wrote this with Marguerite Bennett. And then Lila Lees. That she does the art. Triona Farrell does the colors. Which the colors and the art were my favorite part.
Yeah,
they were this particular book.
Fantastic.
Heather, you want to talk about this at all? Just a mom who has powers and
Yeah, it's a mom who, for some reason, there are parts about this that I'm bothered by. But I think my main issue is that it's just like, I don't know how to explain it. How did I explain it to you earlier? It just made me feel gross.
I don't know if that's how you explain
it. It isn't. But there's I don't know. So yeah, it's about a woman whose parents were scientists, and somehow she also becomes a scientist. How often does that happen?
I mean, she's just working in the lab with them,
Yeah, but I mean, she gives herself this thing and develops superpowers. And now she's going to take down the patriarchy. That's what it feels like she's doing.
Yeah. It is a little heavy-handed in that aspect of what it's trying to do, which is something I think it really didn't need to do over the top. It could have just been like, these are the shitty things that do happen, and it's just like, yeah, this shit does happen. Like, this is real, but it's just like to such an extent. Like, even when she like starts her period at this party, and everybody's like losing their goddamn minds because she like bled through her dress. I was like, I don't think anybody would react like that.
No, and I mean...
But maybe they would. I don't know.
I've never been to a fancy party. I myself have just recently come into money, so I've never had a reason to...
You're new rich. We get it.
I'm new rich. I'm married to new rich. I'm definitely not new rich. I have $10 in my bank account until tomorrow. But I don't know. I feel like it took certain aspects of society and just kind of exaggerated them for the sake of this. Like, it feels like just a book that Hillary Clinton would be very into.
Yeah. That's how you explained it earlier.
Yeah. It just, when you know that Amelia Clark is in it, I should have expected that, of course, like, if Daenerys Targaryen was to write a book, this is what it would come out like.
Damn dog.
But I am gonna clarify, I didn't hate it. It's not for me.
Yeah.
There were parts about it that I did really like, especially the story was very interesting, like the concept. Overall, it just is not for me, so.
Yeah, but we're gonna keep reading it, so.
It's only 3 issues, and I am interested, so I do want to see what happens. I wish that it had focused less on the main character. Even though she is supposed to. Yeah. I just didn't. She was not relatable for me. And it doesn't matter how many or like how long it took her to introduce herself and what her likes were to try to get you to like her. I did not relate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mean, all the same things for me. It just like, it just fell off and I didn't enjoy it, which was unfortunate because I was hoping I would like it.
It has potential still. Like, it's very possible that with the rest of the story, it like makes more sense. Maybe this one was just like, hey, this is everything you need to know. We're just getting it out of the way because it's only going to be 3 issues. So, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
There's no telling. I mean, we'll be able to tell after the 3 issues, but
we'll give you a report here in a couple months.
I won't.
Are we not?
I'm never talking about it again. I'm kidding.
All right. Talk about your book now.
Okay.
It's your turn.
This is the Thor Annual. This is called Thor. Okay, so it's part 5 of 8 of the Infinite Fury thing that's going on right now. I don't know anything about it, so this was new to me. I just read Thor. So that's why I ended up getting it. I don't know what happens in this issue. I read it. It was pretty cool, like the art especially, because it's like old school Thor. But yeah, I couldn't tell you what it was about, and it just has something to do with this universe that's going on right now. So I couldn't tell you anything.
All right.
I genuinely I was just now trying to think like what happened in it. He went to a planet and was welcomed, and some stuff is happening.
That seems like a solid enough thing. Okay, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Are you ready? I have Save Yourself. This is issue number 2. God, I know I had this main character's name down. I have one of them down. Mia is the big
lady.
The big they them.
Oh, the big they them.
The big alien person. They are just transported to a ship where they learn the story of the magic girls and how they are actually evil, and basically like Galactus, who they just like go around from planet to planet and, you know, take over, eat all these people, destroy the planet.
So there are 2 groups of big people, right?
Yeah, there's the magic girls who are the big people, and then the big person Mia, who's the savior in this one, kind of. But that's because they broke off from the magic girls group. I was trying to make sure that I understood that right, because I was like, it feels like there's 2 separate groups of big people. In this, you learn there's like a federation of planets. Basically. Are they all big? No, it's a bunch of different aliens or different planets that have come together, and that they're trying to like destroy these people, and they've been trying to find them before they get to a planet, but this time this is the first time they've been able to do that. Okay. So yeah, just a fun little book. Very nice. Enjoy it. It's gay, it's weird. I did want to read that second issue. I kept forgetting to grab it today. It's just like it's real fun. Yeah, I love the art. Like, it's super cute and colorful, and it makes me just really happy. The main character otherwise is Gigi. Gigi, that's right. She is human. Gigi. Anyway, that's this book. Okay. Save Yourself. That's the book. So this is The Many Deaths of Lila Star. This is issue number 4. I'll tell you, I love the fuck out of this book. It's so good. And I upped the book ante this week by bragging about it all week. I think since yesterday. I think it is totally worth it. I would 100% suggest anyone doing it, but I mean, even in the light right now, but going outside and reading this book in like the sunlight, particularly, like, especially I feel like every issue, the colors are just so intense and different, but like somehow I read this while the sun was coming up, and the colors just like popped so much, and the story just like hit so well. I was just like drinking my coffee on the porch in the morning and reading a good comic book. What more could I ask for? Lila Star, she's a goddess of death who's been fired and is kind of now learning like the tribulations of like mortality and humanity. She learns what guilt and I don't know, just being what it is to be human, like all the feelings that you feel once you connect with someone else. Mm-hmm. I say connect loosely, but she's been a part of Darius's life since he was little, so. Well, and sometimes just like the pain you can cause by not even like necessarily just being there. Yeah, just existing. Yeah. And coming back when you know that you shouldn't be. Well, it's very, very, very good. You can't have life without death and death without life, so I'm kind of just like stuck. Gotta exist in one plane or another, dude. It's kind of just like a weird thing I've been thinking about. Like, well, I've been thinking about that book, so I'm just like, well, one can't exist without the other. Like, it's just not possible. If you die, you have to have lived. It's human nature. Yeah, and if you live, you have to die. It's just the way it goes. But, I mean, what is living? That is the deeper question right there. Well, you know, Let me get out of this simulation right
I've
now.
experienced 1,000 deaths in my lifetime, but not once have I lived.
Jesus Christ. All right, talk about your fucking book.
Okay. This is Nottingham. This is issue number 5. This is the last one. They figure out who is behind the merry men. There's some fighting, some swords.
Is it someone you know?
Yeah, it's someone in here. He was actually introduced in the last issue, but again, still someone you know. But this one, it just deals with the repercussions of that and plotting against the sheriff, which you shouldn't do, apparently. I think that's the lesson we've all learned today is don't fight sheriffs.
Did I learn that lesson today?
I hope so.
Okay.
I hope you did. Overall, I would give this probably 8 out of 10 popcorns because I like this take on Robin Hood. I thought it was pretty fun. It was fun.
Is there going to be another volume?
I don't know. I was actually just looking at that.
I saw that volume 1 on there, so I only assumed that they might do another story arc.
I mean, if they don't, because I would assume, just by the way that this is worded, a dark twist on the classic tale of Robin Hood and his merry men, maybe the same team are just taking different classic stories and like putting their own twist on it. That would be cool. I would be into that.
Yeah.
And I honestly would probably read another arc of this, but I just don't know what they could possibly do to make it interesting still.
Okay.
So.
All right. We got the Superman and the Authority book. This is 1 of 4.
It's a very good cover.
It is very good.
He looks so good there. I've never once thought Superman was hot in comics, but
yeah, no, he's so hot. Like, I don't know if I honestly...
It makes me feel weird.
Yeah, no, it's the first time I've ever been attracted to Superman. So...
That's not my first time.
Thanks, Michael Janin, Jesus.
Yeah, very, very good.
This is very good. That's my favorite part about this book is the art, and I think that's the one thing I actually took in the most when I went through this book was the art. I did understand the story, but
oh my goodness.
let me read another issue and let me get back to you. But Superman,
my man,
trying to get a weird team together to help defeat things. I don't want to, like, there's a lot that happens in this, and I feel like giving it away is too much. But it's cool. I liked it. I feel like you probably want to know more about Superman than I do.
It's the gray hair for me, honestly. Get out of here.
So yeah, good book. Makes you horny.
Good book makes you horny. It's my kind of review.
Who cares about the words?
Superman. All right.
Another Grant Morrison book. This is Proctor Valley Road. This is issue number 5. This is wrapping up the story.
Yeah.
And our group of gals gets together after kind of being split up, and
they realize that they're stronger together.
Yeah.
Which I just always thought was a really fun message. I'd always wished that I had like 3 other friends so I could have a group.
I mean, you do have 3 other friends. I
don't.
You have at least 3 friends.
No, I don't. I have you, Shelby, and then Brayden, but Brayden's not a friend. He's a husband.
What about Sarah?
Fuck! Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Sarah. I know you watch these later. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. Sarah.
I had fun with you last night. It was good to see you.
You always talk about how she's one of your best friends.
I know. I was mostly trying to be funny.
Well, I'm sorry.
Because I just wanted to make everyone who thinks they're my friend feel bad. Because clearly I don't feel the same way.
God, you're such an asshole sometimes. I know
this is why I have no friends.
I know you don't mean it all.
No, I don't.
100%.
I know it.
I know it's like a 75-25. Or like a...
I'll be nicer than that. I'll do a 60-40.
Okay, yeah. That seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 60-40 is good.
Yeah.
60-40 is a good compromise. All right. So this is Maria, Lovitz, Eros, and Psyche.
Is this the last issue?
This is the last one, yes. Several of my books ended today. I don't think I could honestly tell you what happened in this story. Like, I understand the conclusion, like, it makes sense to me, but I just don't know how this ending came from everything that happened.
Okay.
It's like, it's very weird. I know it's all there, but it's just very strange to me. Basically, the main character who's been, like, best friends with this girl, they're kind of in love. They go to this all-girls boarding school. Every few months or whatever, one of the girls ends up disappearing. They have, like, a meeting with the elders or some shit, and then they're gone. They get sent somewhere. The main character discovers, I guess, what is happening to them and what powers the school, I guess, is the easiest way to put it. It's like that saying from Thor where it's Asgard is its people or something like that. That's literally...
Asgard's not a place, it's a people.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
But you find the key. This is, very weird. Very weird. This surprisingly is one story that I wish I just would have skipped, and I was very excited about it just based on the name. I love a good Greek myth. But this... I don't know, probably like 2 out of 10 popcorns, honestly, just for the art alone.
All right. Okay.
I said it.
That's fine. It's chill, dude. We don't have to like all of the books we read all the time.
Bums me out, though. She's always been my ride or die.
Yeah, I know. You really do like her books. Like, you really go for them.
I know. Every single one.
This is Home Pick. The fuck?
Home Pit.
Home Pick. What words just came out of my mouth? Okay, so take 2. This is Homesick Pilots, issue number 7. Haunted houses, mechs. That's what's going on. The end of the last story arc, the house, the big haunted house, the old James house that Amy was kind of controlling, ended up falling into the water, like going into the water to hide. And
she fell in the well.
She fell in the well. And
I've seen that story before.
God, what's her dude friend's name?
Jack.
Yeah, that's his name. We'll just call him Jack here today.
No,
No.
you kidding me? I was like, was that it?
I cannot remember his name, but they're kind of like off wandering the world together, and it's interesting. I really I wasn't sure how I felt after the end of the last story arc. But I do really like it. I still really enjoy it. There's just obviously this is completely different, and I don't know how to describe it without blowing everything about it, because I think it's interesting. It's weird. I like the idea that they're haunted objects or haunted houses that people can control, or that idea of it, and how...
Can you imagine the power?
Yeah, it's weird, and I think that's what I like about it, and the art is really great, and the colors are really sick, so... Damn. Good book, good.
It's good.
It's good. This is Dark Blood. This is issue number 1. You take this away. I feel like you read it. I read it too, but
I understood it very well too, except I can't remember what his name is. Do they even say his name?
I don't. That's what I was just looking for, because I was like, also, what is this man's name?
They don't give it. Aldridge. Aldridge.
Okay.
Okay, so this takes place. Yeah. It's told in 2 different times. The present is Alabama in 1955, and then the past is 10 years before that it happened. Aldridge, the main character, is why can't I say it? Fighter pilot?
Yeah.
He's in a war. He flies a plane. His plane's going down. It goes down over enemy lines. It says 10 years before the variance is how they tell you that's what the time is. So there's something happens to him, I'm assuming. They kind of don't... They haven't gotten that far in the reveal, but he gets, shot down behind enemy lines. But in present time, he's being accosted by white men with guns, and there's a power exchange. in a sense.
An event. That's all you gotta go.
There's a Nexus event that happens, and but you basically find, like, you know what happens to him, but you don't know how it happened yet. So something happened to him while this is what I think anyway, something happened to him when he was shot down behind enemy lines, because he was obviously taken prisoner of war, and then he was given something, but he has, like, some sort of... Did you know what that meant when I...
Yeah. I'm just listening to you explain this book.
Power. He just has, like, some sort of weird power.
Yeah. No, this book looked so good. This book was so...
Yeah, it's...
The art is so... The art and colors are so good. Like, I can't say that enough.
It's a very really interesting story. I normally... Like, I read a lot of books, like, comics about, like, wartime and stuff. I think they're very interesting, but I like the whole back and forth and the present, and then what had happened to him then, and the mystery of it. How did this man get like that? I'm excited.
Yeah, I am also excited.
It was very good.
It was one of my favorite books this week, for sure.
Yeah, I've been pretty excited about that one for a while.
Yeah, I have also. Yeah, I've been. It's, you know, since we order things so far in advance, it's one of those things where I'm just like, yeah, give me this book now.
Yeah, subscribe. Not even gonna order the first issue. We're just gonna
go all in without even thinking. Right, go ahead.
Okay. This is Marauders. This is issue number 22. This is obviously after Hellfire Gala. Emma and Sebastian have a cute little conversation, and the Cuckoos are trying to fix Wilhelmina Kensington. Sounds fake. But that's pretty much what happens in there, like, without spoiling too much. The conversation with Sebastian reveals a lot of stuff that Emma had done against him, I guess, in a way, but also to, like, help someone out at the same time. I really liked this because when Emma's telling the story of, like, what had happened, the art gets old. If that makes sense. Like, it just looks like old school, like, 90s X-Men art, which I thought was really cool also.
Yeah, it's good.
Mr. Fisk, I thought that was really funny. She called him, how did she describe him? He's a very sweet man and very well-rounded. And then that's what they show on, it was really funny. So yeah, Marauders, number 22. I'm still on it. I'm still reading it. Because I feel like the last few issues that I've read, like the one before the Hellfire Gala and those few, were very good. Like, better than the whole beginning part, which I did enjoy the beginning a lot, but I just feel like recently it's doing better for me.
All right. I have Home. This is issue number 4. Just a young man running from ice.
That is a child.
A young man who has powers. So, his name's Juan. He's just...
Is he still in America with his aunt?
Yes.
Is that who it was?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yes, he's just being hunted by ice now at this point because he is a menace, basically, is what they're saying and all of these things. So, I like this book. It's interesting because it's only 5 issues, so it's, like, wrapping itself up really fast, and it's just, like, wish there had been a little bit more.
Right, like 8 issues or something?
Or at least, like, 6.
Yeah.
Just to give it a little bit more, like, well-roundedness to it, but you can also see why not. You know, the balance of, like I said, the stuff is a little bit hard, but it just, makes you real mad.
I liked that first one a lot. I was thinking about ordering the trade when it came out because I just keep forgetting to go back and, like, read them and get caught
up. I think it's really good. I do, like I said, I really enjoy it. The balance of the two things does feel a little off, but I do like what it's saying, and I like the way it's portraying it because I guess it can be easier for, like, kids to understand too.
Right.
Like, it's more approachable in that sense, and I feel like it's something that, like, everybody needs to, like, come to, like, terms with as well because, like, the shit is obviously happening.
Yeah.
And it's, like, important to, like, you know...
There's a lot of real life in it.
Keep that in mind because there's one point where Juan's questioning his aunt and because she also has powers and he's basically like, well, why don't you, like, help these kids get out of these cages. Like, why don't you do this thing?
Which would be, like, the first thing that you would do. Or you'd think that you would do.
Yeah, and it was mainly just, like, well, I can't, because I can't show myself and, like, do these things. Otherwise, like, it won't help me or them. Or,
right,
because
they'll just keep happening.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, it's
sticky.
Yeah, it's interesting, but I do like it. I do think it's just, like, a heavy content matter. So yeah, just home. Just trying to get to his mom, trying to get home. Just trying to live a fucking life, man. Like, that's it.
Just trying to exist.
Yeah. So this is Moonlight on a, I guess, happier note. Different note.
Yeah. This is I was going to say not necessarily happy, but different.
This is issue number 1, and if you've never really read any Moonlight, I think you'd be fine. It kind of fills in the gaps of what you need to know here.
Yeah, it and if you wanted to read like what leads up to this, it's the current Avengers run, issues 33 through 38. Mm-hmm. That's the whole Moon Knight story arc, which I personally loved. I dropped it right after that because I didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah,
because I was like, you can't do any better than that. Because I was incredible. I absolutely loved it. But this takes place directly after that. Well, maybe not directly, but
yeah, definitely afterwards.
Follows.
Yeah, just Moon Knight stuff.
Yeah, just Moon Knight going to therapy and trying to help other people.
Yeah, without hurting anybody, which is very unlike Moon Knight.
Yeah, the suit that he wears, like, throughout this, I was like, damn, Mr. Knight, get it.
Yeah, the art and the colors in this book are so good. It was really, really nice book to look at.
I kept, as I was reading it, going, because every page that you flip to is just done so well. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. I didn't think that I could like Moon Knight as much as I do.
You're gonna add that to your profile?
I did, yes.
Okay.
I did that today before I forgot about it.
Well, cool. It's already added to my profile.
Yeah. Well, see, and I was going to originally, but I was like, well, what if I don't actually like Moon Knight? Like, because I've never, other than that, like, Avengers run, like, I know who he is, I know what he does, but I've never read any stories.
Okay.
But, so I was just like, I'll just get the first issue, and I was not expecting the art to be so good.
Yeah, I also don't think I was prepared for that.
I was not ready for it. With that spread?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think I even looked at any of the interior art at all for this book.
No, I didn't. I definitely, and I don't remember seeing it. I remember seeing maybe like one panel, but it was like, one panel isn't going to tell me whether or not I like the art. Give me a good facial expression or a mouth.
I think like the story and the art, combined just made it really, really good. Yeah, 100%.
It's really good.
Yeah. I don't have anything else. Do you got anything?
I have nothing.
Okay.
I actually want to issue an apology to all of my friends.
You heard it here first.
This is my formal apology. It's the only one I will ever be giving over anything that I do in my life. I refuse to apologize for everything except for this. I'm sorry I said that I didn't have any friends. Oh well. That's it.
All right. Well, that's Thursday. It's New Comic Book Week for this week. Go to Synergy Nation, synation.net. Check out some podcasts, including us.
There's all sorts of nerdy stuff on there, so
it's
if
probably
you like
for you.
something nerdy, you'll find something on there.
As always, go support your local comic book stores. Go pick up some of the comic books we talked about. We talked about a lot.
Yeah, quite a bit. Oh my god. Never mind. I forgot.
Okay. Go support your local libraries. We love you. Heather, anything else?
No.
Okay, we'll see you on the flippity flip.
Bye.